Alright. What's up, Stat? How's it going? So, uh, as you might have heard. Oh, 1 second. But yeah, as you might have heard, I've been told to relax a bit on my voice. You're doing good. That's good. That's good to hear. Also, somebody followed me. Somebody followed me on Twitch. Oh, okay. It's one of the people from the collab that I'm gonna be doing. But yes, I am extremely close to the microphone. It's just gonna be very kind of quiet with a softer tone. Also, yes, I am frozen on the screen. I know that. That's because I put a picture there because I am leaning into my microphone. And do I have details that I can share about the collab? I think I do. Let me look it up on Twitter because I think they publicly announced it, so I can share it. Also, one moment again. Okay. Let's see. I think it should be in my retweets if you're on Twitter. Let me take a look. Yeah, we're gonna be playing Pico Park. And wouldn't you know it, I am meeting a lot of these people for the first time, and I don't think Pico Park is gonna be a very good game to play with brand new people. You know what? We'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll see if it goes well or not. If it goes well, and we make it through without killing each other, then I say that's a job well done. But that game is also nicknamed a friendship killer, just like Mario Party, and like it might kill the friendships before they even, start. So there's that. But yes, just gonna be very quiet and very chill. I might read a couple things and just pick off or look at things that I can read online. Little monologues and all that. Also, I apologize if I do hit something on the microphone. I'm holding a puff filter to the microphone, and occasionally I will knock it against the mic. So if that happens, that's on me. That's my bad. You want me to read the B movie script? Okay, alright, we'll do that. I knew instantly. I knew immediately. Okay. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get what? Oh, its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a bit. I'm gonna read it in this monotone voice. I know that my lower range is very monotone because it's focused on using only the lower part of it. So it's gonna be very low, down low. Alright, where were we? Berry, breakfast is ready. They spelled coming wrong. They spelled it as ooming. OOMING. Coming. Hang on a second. Hello? Barry? Adam. Can you believe this is happening? Dude, it's like their C key accidentally presses as O key. Read you, me, gas station after it? Well, I should probably read that first because I'm pretty sure reading the entire B-movie script is gonna take a while. It's pretty long. So what's it called? You, me, gas station? I don't think I've seen this. Copy pasta. Okay. What is this? Okay. Alright, here's the copy pasta. You, me, gas station. What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course. Uh-oh. There was a roofie in our gas station sushi. We black out and wake up in a sewer surrounded by fish. Horny fish. You know what that means? Fish orgy. The stench draws in a bear. What do? We're gonna fight it. Bear fight. Bare-handed. Bear. Naked? Oh yes please. We befriend the bear after we beat it in a brawl and ride it into a Chuck E. Cheese. Dance revolution. Revolution? Overthrow the government? I think so. Next thing you know, I'm reincarnated. What the fuck are you guys having me read? Okay, next thing you know, I'm reincarnated as Jesus Christ. Then I turn into a jet, fly into the sun, black out again, wake up, do a bump, white out, which I didn't even know you can do. Then I smoked a joint, greened out. Then I turn into the sun. Uh-oh, looks like the meth is kicking in. Yeah, well, what the hell do you guys have me read? What's up, Phoenix? What's up, Sky? So, to get you guys up to speed, I can't use my voice too much, so I shouldn't be putting too much pressure on my vocal cords and all that. So I'm just gonna be using a more comfortable, like lower and quieter voice, and that's why I'm so close to the microphone too. Also, again, if you hear something like rustling or hitting against the microphone, that's just me holding the puff filter. Only 10 minutes in and we already got a doozy of a fucking stream. Okay. Also, I'm too tired to be in character. But I mean, I guess that is my character. Don't read Nightmare Time with Finn and Jake. Okay, well, we've got B-movie script on hold at the moment and we're gonna go Nightmare Time. It is spooky season. Oops. You guys want the BGM on or off? It doesn't necessarily matter to me. Does it help you hear me better? Ah, oh, fuck that. What the hell? What the hell, Phoenix? What the hell, Phoenix? What are you trying to get me to read? I mean, I guess. I did say give me something to read, so. I'm doing this for free. I am doing this for free. Okay. 1 second, let me get out a cough so that I can keep my purity and cough out all the sin that is about to be read. What's up, Barry? How's it going? So next up, I'm gonna be reading I guess it's a fan fiction, so there's gonna be a lot of uncomfortable things and adult themes. So be prepared for that. Okay. I'm just stalling right now. The things I do for you guys, okay? And I'm doing this for free. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to read the first sentence. I don't want to read the first sentence. Actually, don't read what you said, the Snape X Teletubbies fanfic. Okay, so that one's cancelled out. No one has stopped me from reading the Nightmare Time with Finn and Jake. Well, I guess Phoenix did say don't read Nightmare Time with Finn and Jake, so that cancels it out. Which means I am saved. I don't have to read it. That was just on my own volition. So that was all me in deciding whether or not to read it, and I decided to, but reading back, Phoenix said don't read it, so I will not read it. That reverse psychology does not work on me. Although it almost did. You're gonna have to pay me in order to get me to read some raunchy. Okay, that no. I'm not reading that. I am not reading that. I saw what was up next, and I am not reading Nightmare Time with Finn and Jake. Because I am not having those words come out of my mouth, especially with the age that they had posted on that. Okay. Okay, so stats is read Seamus Haynes. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Of translation of Beowulf. Okay. I'm definitely not pronouncing it right. Beowulf. How long is it? We'll see how long it is. Oh, wait, can I even find it online? Okay. Okay. I'll see if I can find like the first page of it actually going on. Okay, I can't find the first page. Okay, here it is. Alright, we'll read the first page. So, the Spear Danes in days gone by, and the kings who ruled them had courage and greatness. We have heard of those princes' heroic campaigns. There was Shield Chief's son, scourge of many tribes, a wrecker of mead benches, rampaging among foes. This terror of the Hall troops had come far. A foundling to start with, he would flourish later on as his powers waxed and his worth was proved. In the end, each clan on the outlying coasts beyond the Whale Road had yielded to him and began to pay tribute. That was one good king. Afterwards, a boy child was born to shield, a cub in the yard, a comfort sent by God to that nation. He knew what they had told, the long times and troubles they'd come through without a leader, so the Lord of Life, the glorious Almighty, made this man renowned. Shield had fathered a famous son. Beow's name was known through the north, and the young prince must be prudent like that, giving freely while his father lives so that afterwards in age, when fighting starts, steadfast companions will stand by him and hold the line. Behavior that's admired is a path to power among people everywhere. Okay, that's the first page of Beowulf. A very soothing voice. You flatter me, because I know that my voice can't get that low, so I'm kind of Not necessarily forcing it, but like it's just in that comfortable range. All right, what's next? Read this. So as a joke, I went to my friend's house just as Pekora. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Let me type in with more than one. Okay, there it is. Of course, it'd be the first thing I see. Click to see NSFW. Got it. Why do I do this? By the way, my face is broken. Yeah, I know that. It's because I'm leaning down to my microphone. I think I said this a couple times, but I'm leaning down because I have to be closer in order to get that more ASMR sort of vibe. All right. As a joke, I went to my friend's house as Pekora. I'm doing this for free. Now, do I say this in the snake voice? The solid snake voice? No. We're just gonna do it in my voice because I enjoy having things attributed to my voice and these words coming out of my mouth. Because, you know, it's not like I listen back to these streams every time I get finished with them. Have I been taking medicine for my voice? Yes, I have. It's called Dayquil and NyQuil. I don't like NyQuil because NyQuil stays in my system for like 12 hours and I'm tired for like 3 hours afterwards. This shit for free. Okay. So, as a joke, I went to my friend's house wearing Pekora's wig and clothes. I could barely stop my laughter as he went as red as a tomato and looked at me from head to toe with a bit of drool in his mouth. The way he stared made me feel a bit funny too. But I decided to tease him more by taking off my clothes. He asked me, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yep, Peko." He went silent for what seemed like forever, so I asked him, "What's the matter, Peko?" He said he's confused, but then his boner got really hard, which made me take off his clothes. I expected him to scream "stop" as I kissed him and stroked his cock, but instead shouted, "Oh God, Pekora," which made me get a boner myself. Before I knew it, I was blowing him for the first time till he came. I do this for free. His semen was so thick it got stuck inside my throat no matter how hard I swallowed. He then said, "I want to fuck you now." And seeing that we've already gone that far and we were both naked, I obliged. A few hours later, the jerk went all pale and said to me, "Why did we do that? Now I'm not fucking straight." I forgot about this part. But he still looked so cute, all confused like that. So I took pity on him and reassured while wiping his cum off my face. Let's just pretend I'm still Pekora. I do this shit for free. Okay. You see other streamers put up like a punishment wheel or some shit. But no, I'll just like give me a suggestion, I'll read it, and that was the worst choice I made. Just to take any suggestion, almost any suggestion, and read it. Granted, it was a good thing I didn't read Nightmare Time with Finn and Jake, and it was a good thing I skimmed over it too. But like, maybe this stream was was a mistake. This is this my villain arc? Okay, is this what I'm gonna do from now on? Just read things and have things attributed to my voice. Read, you are not a gamer. Someone give me something wholesome to read or something. Is it a copy pasta? I'm gonna assume it's a copy pasta. Everything nowadays is a copy pasta. I'm assuming this is the one. I don't know if it is. It says no, you're not a gamer. I'm gonna assume it is. What's up, Reaper? Reaper. You have COVID? Well, I pray for a quick recovery, and I pray that you're asymptomatic at least. You know, so that you don't have to suffer. But make sure to quarantine yourself a bit. Keep clean. But yeah, you missed out on what could have been, or what probably is the highlight of my career. Everything in my life boiled down to that one moment where I read the I dressed up as Pecora fan fiction thing. I don't think it's fan fiction. It's a copy pasta, but like still, I'm pretty sure you could go back in the stream and watch that god awful reading of it. So, also, Edward, you want me to look for more BFEs? I can. I definitely can. There's a ton of them. There's a shit ton of them on Twitter right now. So, all right. No, you're not a gamer. So that's this copy pasta. So, no, you're not a real gamer. I'm so sick of all these people that, though, what? I can't even read the first part because the grammar and spelling. Okay, I'm just gonna try to implement the vocabulary that I think they're trying to say. So, I'm so sick of all these people that think they're gamers. No, you're not. Most of you are not even close to being gamers. I see these people saying I put well over 100 hours in this game. It's great. That's nothing. Most of us can easily put 300 plus hours in all our games. I see people who only have a Nintendo Switch and claim to be gamers. Come talk to me when you pick up a PS4 controllers, then we be friends. Then we be friends. Also, dear all women, Pokemon is not a real game. Animal Crossing is not a real game. The Sims is not a real game. Mario is not a real game. Stardew Valley is not a real game. Mobile games are not real games. Fuck you. Put down the baby games and play something that requires challenge and skill for once. Sincerely, all of the actual gamers. Okay, there's some pretty legit mobile games out there, so that guy can fuck off. Alright, see you later, Reaper. Get well. Get well soon. That song is the best. See, that is the best, what, Twitter culture thing that happened this year. Okay, where's that Reddit post? Okay. I don't know if I can find that post specifically, Sky, the Seabat one. This is a gacha game player. Yes, those games. Azur Lane does take some skill if you want to get into the top top rankings, okay? Azur Lane, you actually kind of had to play. I mean, granted, yeah, you don't necessarily need to be super into the game. Like, you can be a free-to-play player and still get top ranks, but it depends on how you know, build your team and do all that stuff. Yeah, I can't find the actual post. Like, I remember seeing like an actual post, like from the suspected girlfriend, but I can't find it right now. Alright, we'll look up for BFEs. Let's see, where's it? I think if I do script challenge, that should be able to find some. Also apologize for the long, what's it called? Long breaks in talking. I'm just coughing out a lung real quick. Let me type in BFE afterwards. Okay. You playing Master Duel nonstop. I kind of stopped playing Master Duel. I do want to build a Blue Eyes deck though, so I'll probably get back into it. Alright, yeah, and I do have one to read. Right, so this is, got 850 likes. Oh. Hey, is everything okay? All those tears running down your face says otherwise. Come here, I can't have you being all alone right now. It's just me and you. Just let it out. Remember, you're doing amazing and I am very proud of you. It's okay to feel emotion, it just means you have a big heart. And hey, smiling does help make the tears go away. Now I laugh there because this says chuckle right there. I'm gonna do all the little actions that they write in. So you shouldn't be stressing out like that. Why are you so far away? You know you can lean on me, right? Listen, you're not alone. I say this because I care about you. I care about you so much and I love you. Yeah, I just want you to be happy again. And to see your smile. Just shows me that you miss being that way. I believe in you. Even if everything falls on you, I'll be here waiting. Oh, there was one good one that I saw a little bit ago. Let me just look up script challenge and see if I can find it. People are doing these for donation goals. For every $10 donate. Well, if it's donated, then you know, it's going towards a good cause. Me, I'm just doing this shit for free. Again, I'm always gonna say, I'm doing this shit for free for you guys. Okay, before the next BFE, we got read Richard Cory. It's gotta be your favorite poem. Excuse me. Okay. Let me see if I can get the whole thing on the page so that I can properly space it out. Okay. Whenever Richard Cory went downtown, we people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from soul to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim. And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked. But still he fluttered pulses when he said, "Good morning," and he glittered when he walked. And he was rich, yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace. In fine, we thought that he was everything, to make us wish that we were in his place. So on we worked and waited for the light, and went without the meat, and cursed the bread. And Richard Cory, one calm summer night, went home and put a bullet through his head. That was a nice poem. It's those poems like that where it's kind of not necessarily short, but like the lengthwise is reasonable, and it has that kind of shock factor too. It's a good poem. I need to read poems more. I haven't read or written a poem in a long time. I don't know if I could find the script challenge that I saw earlier. It was one that I probably shouldn't read. Oh, sad thing happened today. I don't know if you guys know this person, but RuneScape Glory and Gold, RS Glory and Gold. I know you guys might not enjoy RuneScape that much, but I follow RuneScape a bit. Yeah, he passed away, unfortunately, but he lived a happy life. That man played RuneScape for a living. I don't know if he played it for a living, but he played RuneScape. That's pretty cool. That he got to play RuneScape for a good amount of time, and he enjoyed it. Hopefully, he enjoyed it. Horror story reading night, maybe. Let's see if I can find some horror stories. One of those short horror stories. Oh wait, what are those 2-sentence horror stories or whatever? There we go. We can look at a bunch of those. Okay. Some of these look kind of dumb. And I guess some of these a lot of people have seen already, or like not seen but heard. Read bad 2-sentence horror stories. Yeah, let me look up the bad ones. A lot of these have been they've been repeated way too many times. I know there's some good good 2-sentence horror stories that are stupid. Some of these are dumb. Like some of these, they're trying to be funny. Yeah, some of these are just trying to be funny. Let's go to the Reddit of them, and then we'll go to the top posts. Oops, not today. We want of all time. Okay. Okay, this one says, finally, I'm all alone. I said to myself as I sat in my bedroom at night. No, you're not, said Knife Guy. Well, what the fuck? Just dumb. I know there's some really good ones. I can't find them. To the Man in the Snow. Okay, Man in the Snow. I hope you guys can hear my my talkie keyboard. My talkie $20 keyboard. Man in the Snow. Is it like a poem or a story? The Man in the Snow. I'm gonna type in story after. Okay, creepypasta. Man in the Snow. You are home alone, and you hear on the news about the profile of a murderer who is on the loose. You look out the sliding glass doors to your backyard and notice a man standing out in the snow. He fits the profile of the murderer exactly, and he is smiling at you. You gulp, picking up the phone to your right and dialing 911. You look back out the glass as you press the phone to your ear and notice he is much closer to you now. You drop the phone in shock. There are no footprints in the snow. It's his reflection. That one makes sense, and it's pretty good, because it's like, does this person not know that they are the dude? And if they don't know, maybe they got I forgot what it was called, dissociative personality disorder or something. Read Ozymandias. Okay, poem. Okay, gotta make sure I get the whole thing on the page. That way I can see it all. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce the poem name Ozymandias. Ozymandias. I'm gonna pronounce it the way I'll say it, so apologize for that. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and 2 trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand. Half sunk a shattered visage lies whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survived, stamped on these lifeless things. Oh my god, I can't read. I'm gonna restart that line. Which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed, and on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare. The lone and level sands stretch far away. Read a Telltale Heart? Okay, let's find that one. Also, I think my voice is getting slightly better as I, start warming up. But then that also means that my lower range goes away, because when my voice warms up, it instead of going lower, it gets higher. So I guess the ASMR part is gonna be I'll try to keep the lower range active, but you can probably hear that it's already kind of getting up there. So I think this is the start of the poem. Let me read it over real quick and spread it out on the page. Okay, this is a long one, as you guys probably know, since you guys suggested. So, the Telltale Heart. True. Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I had been and am. But why will you say that? I am mad. The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was a sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in the heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken, and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none, or object there was none. I don't know what context it's being used in. Object there was none. Passion there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me. He had never given me insult. For his gold I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. One of his eyes resembled that of a vulture. A pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold, and so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now, this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. And every night, about midnight, I turned the latch of his door and opened it, oh so gently. And then, when I had made an opening sufficient for my head, I put in a dark lantern, all closed, so that no light shone out, and then I thrust my head in. Oh, you would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. I moved it slowly, very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Ha! Would a madman have been so wise as this? And then, when my head was well in the room, I undid the lantern cautiously. Oh, so cautiously. Cautiously. I undid it just so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. And this I did for 7 long nights, every night just at midnight. But I found the eye always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work, for it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. And every morning, when the day broke, I went boldly into the chamber and spoke courageously to him, calling him by name in a hearty tone and inquiring how he had passed the night. So you see, he would have been a very profound old man indeed to suspect that every night just at 12, I looked in upon him while he slept. Upon the 8th night, I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. The watch's minute hand moves more quickly than did mine. Never before that night had I felt the extent of my own powers, of my sagacity. I could scarcely contain my feelings of triumph. To think that there I was, opening the door, little by little, and he not even to dream of my secret deeds or thoughts. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he heard me, for he moved on the bed suddenly, as if startled. You may think that I drew back, but no. His room was as black as pitch, with a thick darkness. And so I knew that he could not see the opening of the door, and I kept pushing it on steadily. I had my head in and was about to open the lantern when my thumb slipped upon the tin fastening, and the old man sprang up in bed, crying out, "Who's there?" I kept quite still and said nothing. For a whole hour, I did not move a muscle, and in the meantime I did not hear him lie down. He was still sitting up in the bed listening, just as I have done night after night, hearkening to the death watches in the wall. Presently, I heard a slight groan, and I knew it was the groan of mortal terror. It was not a groan of pain or of relief, oh no. It was a low, stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul when overcharged with awe. I knew the sound well. Many a night just at midnight, when all the world slept, it has welled up from my own bosom, deepening with its dreadful echo the terrors that distracted me. I say I knew it well. I knew what the old man felt and pitied him, although I chuckled at heart. I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first slight noise. When he had turned in the bed, his fears had been ever since growing upon him. He had been trying... excuse me. 1 second. Just had to clear my throat. He had been trying to fancy them causeless, but could not. He had been saying to himself, "It is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor." Or, "It is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp." Yes, he has been trying to comfort himself with these suppositions, but he had found all in vain. All in vain, because death, in approaching him, had stalked with his black shadow before him and enveloped the victim. And it was the mournful influence of the unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room. When I had waited a long time very patiently without hearing him lie down, I resolved to open a little, a very, very little crevice in the lantern. So I opened it. You cannot imagine how stealthily, until at length a single dim ray, like the thread of a spider, shot from out the crevice and fell upon the vulture eye. It was open, wide open, and I grew furious as I gazed upon it. I saw it with perfect distinctness, all a dull blue with a hideous veil over it that chilled the very marrow in my bones, but I could see nothing else of the old man's face or person, for I had directed the ray as if by instinct precisely upon the damned spot. And now have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over-acuteness of the senses? Now, I say, there came to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I know that sound too well. It was the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury, as the beating of a drum stimulates the soldier into courage. But even yet, I refrained and kept still. I scarcely breathed. I held the lantern motionless. I tried how steadily I could maintain the ray upon the eye. Meantime, the hellish tattoo of the heart increased. It grew quicker and quicker, and louder every instant. The old man's terror must have been extreme. It grew louder, I say louder, every moment. Do you mark me well? I have told you that I am nervous. So I am. And now that the dead hour of the night, amid the dreadful silence of that old house, so strange a noise as this excited me to uncontrollable terror. Yet for some minutes longer I refrained and stood still, but the beating grew louder. I thought the heart must burst, and now a new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's hour had come. With a loud yell, I threw open the lantern and leaped into the room. He shrieked once only. In an instant, I dragged him to the floor and pulled the heavy bed over him. I then smiled gaily to find the deed so far done. But for many minutes, the heart beat on with a muffled sound. This, however, did not vex me. It would not be heard through the wall. At length, it ceased. The old man was dead. I removed the bed and examined the corpse. Yes, he was stone dead. I placed my hand upon the heart and held it there many minutes. There was no pulsation. He was stone dead. His eye would trouble me more. If you still think me mad, you would think so no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. The night waned, and I worked hastily but in silence. First of all, I dismembered the corpse. I cut off the head and the arms and legs. I then took up 3 planks from the flooring of the chamber and deposited all between the scantlings. I then replaced the boards so cleverly, so cunningly, that no human eye, not even his, could have detected anything wrong. There was nothing to wash out. No stain of any kind, no blood spot whatever. I had been too wary for that. A tub had caught all. When I had made an end of these labors, it was 4 o'clock, still dark as midnight. As the bell sounded the hour, there came a knocking at the street door. I went down to open it with a light heart, for what had I now to fear? There entered 3 men who introduced themselves with perfect suavity as officers of the police. A shriek had been heard by a neighbor during the night. Suspicion of foul play had been aroused. Information had been lodged at the police office, and they had been deputed to search the premises. I smiled, for what had I to fear? I bade the gentleman welcome. The shriek, I said, was my own in a dream. The old man I mentioned was absent in the country. I took my visitors all over the house. I bade them search well. I led them at length to his chamber. I showed them his treasures, secure, undisturbed. In the enthusiasm of my confidence, I brought chairs into the room and desired them here to rest from their fatigues, while I myself, in the wild audacity of my perfect triumph, placed my own seat upon the very spot beneath which reposed the corpse of the victim. The officers were satisfied. My manner had convinced them. I was singularly at ease. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of familiar things. But ere long, I felt myself getting pale and wished them gone. My head ached, and I fancied a ringing in my ears, but they still sat and still chatted. The ringing became more distinct. It continued and became more distinct. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued and gained definitiveness, until at length I found that the noise was not within my ears. No doubt I now grew very pale, but I talked more fluently and with a heightened voice, yet the sound increased. What could I do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I gasped for breath, and yet the officers heard it not. I talked more quickly, more vehemently, but the noise steadily increased. I arose and argued about trifles in a high key and with violent gesticulations, but the noise steadily increased. Why would they not be gone? I paced the floor to and fro with heavy strides, as if excited to fury by the observations of the men, but the noise steadily increased. Oh God, what could I do? I foamed, I raved, I swore. I swung the chair upon which I had been sitting and grated it upon the boards. But the noise arose over all and continually increased. It grew louder, louder, louder. And still the men chatted pleasantly and smiled. Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God, no, no. They heard, they suspected, they knew. They were making a mockery of my horror. This I thought, and this I think. But anything was better than this agony. Anything was more tolerable than this derision. I could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer. I felt that I must scream or die. And now, again, hark. Louder, 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 louder. Villains, I shrieked. Disassemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, here. It is the beating of his hideous heart. That one kind of strained my voice a bit. 1 second. This is Low Tier God. What's up, Low Tier God? Taking a water break. I do need a water break. I think that kind of strained my voice a bit, just because it was like continuous. But we'll probably stop there with the stories and stuff, because I probably shouldn't stream more than like an hour or so, just to, because I want to be talking, and these are talking streams. I don't want to be silent during a talking stream. It's not just I mean, it kind of is like a hangout stream, but like it's not. I sit in silence while you guys just chill. But that was fun, especially the Pecora one, huh? That one was Thank God I'm not monetized yet. Otherwise, that would have been immediately demonetized. And I should probably put some prices on those goddamn copy pastas. That one made you lose your shit. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that someone had what's it called? A good reaction to it. My body physically could barely handle it. It's a miracle I even got through it. But yeah. Make them a Twitch point redeem. You know what? One of these days we're gonna go back to Twitch, and then you guys can gift subs or something, so that I can clear out that payout money. And depending on how many subs you gift, I will read a copy pasta. Sound good? So, or we'll read a fan fiction or copy pasta, whatever you want. Like one gifted sub is like one copy pasta, and we'll say 5, because I want to make it. I did this shit for free. I can't believe I did this shit for free. But that's what you gotta do sometimes. We'll make it 5 gifted subs. 5 subs, or yeah, 5 gifted subs for a fan fiction reading. Now I do know fan fictions are like way longer, so. And no, you can't tell me to read the freaking what's it called, the Subspace Emissary fanfiction, because that shit is like, it used to be like the longest piece of English literature in the world. So I'm gonna vet them first, and I will what's it called? I'll skim over it. Yes, the Subspace Emissary fanfiction. And when I say Subspace Emissary, I am talking about Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary. It's a fan fiction that someone made that held the title of the longest piece of English literature in the world. I forgot for how long, but I don't think it holds that title anymore. Let me look it up. I think it was at like 180,000 words or something. Nope, I was way below. It is 4.1 million words long. 221 chapters. 16,000 pages. But yeah, I don't think it holds that title anymore. It was passed up by something else, but unless it still is. I think it might be. We don't know. No. I think. Okay, yeah. There's something else. It's another fan fiction. It's a different fan fiction that has 8 million words. Okay, that one took over. But yeah, the people kind of get crazy with fan fiction. So be reasonable with a fan fiction suggestion if you do happen to buy 5 gifted subs. And the second I hit the $100 payout, that's it. Stream's done. It doesn't matter if I'm mid fan fiction. I'm just gonna end stream mid fan fiction when I hit that $100, and then I'm gonna disappear. We'll disappear forever, and then pop back up on Twitch. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. That was not fun, but fun, kind of, but also not fun because I now have to deal with the fact Because I am gonna listen back to this. Oh yeah, you can. I guess you can suggest stories and what's it called? Poems as well. But yeah, I'm gonna listen back to this, and yeah, my poor manager. I'm gonna send it to him. You know, he probably won't even listen to it. He'll probably just skip over it. He'll probably just skip over a bunch of parts and be like, "Yeah, you did a good job. Okay, moving on next stream." No, he doesn't actually do that. He actually goes through and be like, "Okay, you need to take a breath here. You need to work on pronunciation." And I do. I've started to work on all that stuff. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. It was a doozy of a stream. So make sure to eat healthy, play hard, rest well.